Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae. I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the increase in SNAP is back on, guys. That is right, it's confirmed. The increase is happening. We're also going to talk about one state that is offering SNAP benefits and cash assistance for 8 months, no strings attached, no children needed at all. Then we're going to talk about some states are lifting the felony drug ban to receive food assistance, as well as new laws to track SNAP fraud, as well as summer EBT, and a whole lot more. So if you want to know what's going on in the lovely world of EBT, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below and you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you. Now, guys, this is going to be a long video, so grab a snack, get situated. If you are an EBT recipient or not, you can try out Amazon Prime free for 30 days. All you have to do is click the link in the description box, and I'll go ahead and put it in the cards as well. So let's go ahead and kick things off in DC, where the Department of Human Services, they are moving forward with the increase in SNAP benefits. Now, y'all, this is a win. This is like a win after a win after a win. So DC Department of Human Service officials, they announced this yesterday evening that they will go ahead and indeed move forward with the temporary increase in SNAP benefits. We talked about this last year. It was approved that residents in DC would receive a 10% increase from January through September. And remember, there was this big debacle with Mayor Bowser where she faced like all this backlash on her decision not to increase the benefits for 2024. Now, this reversal, I don't know how it happened, but this reversal passed. It ended up passing the Give SNAP a Raise Amendment of 2022 that started that increase in 2024. Now, the mayor did announce that her decision to not fully fund the act in late December, she said that, it was budget issues, but the people was on her head. The people were like, no ma'am. A lot of like nonprofits and city officials, they were questioning like, nope, you got money for sports in DC. You got money for everything else. And if you don't go ahead and fund this money, then we'll do what we got to do. And we'll go ahead and send out this memorandum that will allow us to take legal action against the mayor. So if you watch my video on Tuesday, that's what was happening. They were taking out that legal action. The memo had cited that the district attorney would be moving forward, and the mayor was like, nah, I don't got time for all that. We're not going to start 2024 like that. Okay, now that I know that I can't divert or withhold these funds at all, I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. So the DHS director, they did announce that they will go ahead and start moving forward with the implementation of the increase funded by the Give SNAP a Raise. So all my DC people, this is a win, guys. So you will receive a 10% increase from January through September 30th as well. And this will be able, you can use it however you see fit. I'm sure that now that they're, announcing that it has been reversed, it's going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and administer the new temporary SNAP assistance, but it's coming. It's happening. So I like it. I love it. I want more of it. This is how you come together because the people were on her head. All right, so now let's go ahead and move over to Rhode Island because this is about to trigger some of y'all, okay? Warning, warning, warning. This may trigger some of you right now. The governor of Rhode Island is trying his best to lure illegals to the sanctuary state of Rhode Island by now offering SNAP benefits and cash assistance to illegals. So Rhode Island DHS, if you go on their website right now, they are offering a refugee cash assistance for adults with no children. And if you have children, you can get more, where you can receive 8 months of cash assistance as well as EBT assistance with no string attached. So illegals are now immediately eligible for those SNAP benefits, which means they will get an EBT card. If you go on the DHS website, it does seem to be an increased effort right now to kind of attract more people to Rhode Island. And they're not really like defining what refugee is, but the governor said he wants to try his best to lure the buses of illegal immigrants from Texas, as well as those that have been arriving in Illinois and New York City. And instead, he wants them to come to Rhode Island. Now, taxpayers will go ahead and pay the cost of this, but the governor is trying to sweeten the deal by making it easier to obtain the federal aid as well. So the cash payments and EBT cards, he is describing them or saying that all refugees will be able to assist this. And with that cash assistance, like I said, you would be able to get both funds of money for up to 8 months for any person that enters the country as well. So I don't know the behind the scenes. Like, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research. And that's because for these states to be offering buses or allowing buses of people to come, they're benefiting somehow, some way. I don't know that detail just yet, so I'm gonna keep looking for that. But it has to be something, guys, because for him to put this attraction out on the website, what is he getting? What do you get from that? Do the state gets more funding? Are they able to, get streets rebuilt or get infrastructure? Something is happening that they're wanting people to come. But what do you think about 8 months of EBT and cash assistance, no strings attached, whether you have adults or not? Me personally, I think help, but how can you not only help them and not help the people already within your state? Like, come on now. You don't even offer able-bodied adults working without dependents. I think that's what able-bodied adults without dependents. You don't offer them this same opportunity. They now have to work a minimum of 80 hours a month or be in some type of transition program. Why can't they get this same deal? Those are just my thoughts. Let me know. This is a safe space down below, but let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. All right, next we are headed to Missouri, where legislators hope to fully lift the felony drug ban food assistance program. So a decade ago, Missouri lawmakers, they passed legislation that was celebrated as the lifting of the lifetime ban for food stamp benefits. And this is for people that had like some type of drug felony on their record, right? But that legislation, it has created like a lot of restrictions as well as requirements in order for felons to still be eligible for and access these benefits. So it was pretty much like they modified it versus just eliminating it outright. So now we have where 2 Missouri senators, they have now filed legislation that will remove Missouri's remaining restrictions on providing food benefits to those that were convicted of drug felonies, as well as they argue that the current system has severely hindered access to benefits for a population particularly in need of food aid as they kind of reintegrate back into society, especially like after incarceration. And so they're like, Missouri needs to do this, right? Missouri would join 29 other states in entirely opting out of the ban under the legislation. But Missouri requirements, they're considered like one of the strictest or stringent bans in the nation. I think for receiving SNAP benefits, according to a report that was released in December, it's like that not only do you have to do like a drug test, but you have to show up in person. You have to get in the system that will allow you to be drug tested at a certain facility, as well as like, I think you have to go in there almost every single month as well, which, I mean, a lot of people sold the drugs. They weren't the ones that were consuming them. But as of right now, Missouri is looking, or the 2 legislators are trying to remove that ban where you could just receive them like anyone else. All right. Next, we are headed to Illinois, where the Department of Human Services, they are now tracking SNAP fraud thanks to a new system. So a new law requires the Illinois Department of Human Services track and report stolen SNAP benefits. Now, we all know like card skimming, phishing, cloning, all the things have been going on in the United States, and it's going all across every state at this point. But now in Illinois, the law requires the department to report link card fraud to the county state attorney general office, and they're going to assist them in the investigation. So they're like, look, We have heard from many Illinois residents that they have been victim of identity fraud. They've lost their SNAP benefits as well. So they're like, by tracking the frequency of these occurrences, as well as working with the Attorney General's office, they will have a better scope of the problem, and they can now effectively move forward, as well as it's going to be a lot easier for them to process. So we all know, like, the federal legislation that was put back in place, that if you lost your benefits or had your benefits stolen between October of 2022 through September of 2024, then you can actually apply for a refund. And so now Illinois is collecting all that data from what started in December. And they said when families lose these benefits at no fault of their own, they're unable to purchase the food that they need until the situation can be resolved. So they're trying to work with the Attorney General's office to ensure that these benefits remain accessible to those who need them. And like I said, it's going to be a lot easier for them to process people, okay? You don't want to mess with them. All right. So, all right. That's what we have going on. Let's go ahead and move on to Tennessee, where families are going months without SNAP benefits. And this is a statewide problem due to new state technology issues. So families all across Tennessee right now, they're having this significant issue with applying for their SNAP benefits. Other people are trying to recertify their SNAP benefits. Some are just even trying to complete the application process, and they're being told right now by state workers that they are eligible, but then they're having to wait like months, and I mean like actual months to get those benefits. And I know Tennessee is not the only one that's having this issue. Georgia, we're going to talk about them next, but the new visited, so the news ended up going to the Tennessee Department of Human Services. They went in Nashville and they witnessed where dozens of people were waiting hours to speak to like an agency employee. They seen where people benefits had been delayed like since July. And they also said that, you know, this has been an issue where now it's been 5 or 6 months and Tennessee has not been able to fix it. Some people are blaming it on the new technology, which was supposed to make everything faster and easier with processing these applications and more efficient, but it ain't. You know, it ain't did what it was supposed to do, okay? The technology is not technologying right now, okay? And they're saying that it's really bad. There's high numbers in Tennessee where families aren't able to provide for their children, as well as people are like, look, our office is receiving calls daily from people who are SNAP eligible, but we just don't have the time right now to process those SNAP applications. And so they said they have hundreds of people that get those benefits. They're just behind as of right now. They're a single organization. They've tried hiring people, but they're at their limit really on what they can do and how they can help people as of right now. So the news is on this in Tennessee. They are requesting like interviews to see if there's a time frame on when people in Tennessee might have the issues resolved, when you can start receiving your information, but the agency declined to sit down on camera. They didn't want to put that out there. And they did provide a statement that they are now in the process of launching a new eligibility management system as well. And it just takes time. It's pretty much what they're saying. Like, they're trying to streamline the case process, but there's going to be some kinks in it, as well as they're recruiting more staff. And if people could just be a little bit more patient with the benefit delays, but they do not have an actual timeline on when these issues would be resolved in Tennessee as well. Now, one of the options that they did throw out was that, look, if it's not resolved here, they're going to take the approach like New York has taken, as well as Georgia has taken, where they could go ahead and file or take it like legally, because, you know, they have 30 days to get these application processed. So you could have where organizations decide to sue the state of Tennessee or get those large fines imposed on them. So I'll keep you updated on this issue, because it seems like a lot of states are just having issues when it comes to budgetary or even staffing issues as well. But that should not be a reason why people don't have their benefits either, right? All right, move on to Oklahoma, where they are deciding not to participate in summer EBT. Now, Oklahoma is joining a lot of other states who have decided to forego or participate in the new 2024 summer EBT program, which, you know, is supposed to feed or tackle hunger over the summer. This is something we've been doing for the past few summers. $40 a month from June through August, or $120 but Oklahoma, Nebraska, Alaska, Iowa, Florida, Alabama, right now, they have opted out the program, with officials stating that the program's extra cost and its allowance of families to fund this is the reason why they won't do it as well. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth. I'll put a list again on the states that are approved that will be participating, but that's what we have going on. And for our last story, we are headed to Georgia, where officials said that there is a severe SNAP delay all across the state. So we know Georgia, once again, is coming under fire from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And Georgia's Department of Human Services said that, look, they've submitted a corrective action plan to deal with the federal officials as well. But they called their severe lack of compliance with regulations. And they said the issues are ongoing for the backlog. They are trying to get as many applicants approved and processed through the state as well. Remember back on November 21st, Georgia officials, they were given 30 days to come up with a plan to fix the problem. And then the DHS said that they submitted all the information that was needed on December 21st, which was like right at the deadline before going out on the holiday break. And they said based on that new deadline they submitted over, they had on there like the 2 issues that's stopping them from really being able to push out those benefits is, 1, not having the staff, which we kind of already knew, but they said this is the root cause of the backlog and delays. And then they said the other one was like pretty much technology. And so they went back and forth on saying, like, in order to, I think initially they, from January of 2023 through the end of the year, they've hired over 1,000 employees, but it really takes like a more seasoned veteran staff member to kind of renew or process those renewals. And in order to train someone, it takes like another 90 days as well to do that. And they was just like, it's just not happening right now. So honestly, Georgia, for my Georgia Peaches, I don't know when you're going to get your benefits, because they were like, due to slow training from the staff and their hiring, I mean, they're trying to continue hiring, it's just not working out where they can process it a lot quicker. So let me know in Georgia, are you still waiting on your benefits? Also, let me know in Tennessee, are you having issues when it comes to like recertification, Medicaid, as well as determination, SNAP, WIC, all the things? Let me know if you're having that. And let me know, what do you think about the 10% increase? I mean, depending on how much you get, it can be, you know, $20, $30, but for some people that only get the minimum, it's not going to be a lot, but it's more than what some states are doing, and it's more than what you had. So I will take that any day. As well as, I'm still just on the fence about 8 months of SNAP and you don't have any children and you get cash assistance and EBT cards and all the things. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But let me know. I would love to read your commentary down below, as well as grab you some Amazon Prime, guys. It is a new year. If you haven't been watching, I've been trying to pump out videos daily. Yesterday, I put out a video regarding tax time. We are in tax season, so I do have a lot of videos that will be coming out as well regarding that. At this point, we need to go ahead and file our taxes, and I need the IRS to give me my money, honey. And yeah, that's all I have. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.